How's it going, everybody? Manufactured Opinion here, and welcome back to my Kingdoms of Amalur playthrough / guide. And today I'm bringing you a semi-quick video of the location of Leviathan shell and the Harpy. These have been requested numerous times. Before I get into that, as soon as you crash on Gallows End, as soon as you crash on the island, you're going to want to run straight to this body, straight ahead, and kill the crab. He's right next to the chest, and Leviathan's shell will be on him. Now, the Harpy will require a bit more work. If you haven't already done this, it's unfortunate for me to say, but you're going to have to redo the DLC all over again if you want the Harpy. And the reason for that is the Harpy is tied to the achievement Manic Pixie Dream Elf. And to get that achievement, you will need to woo Bradigan into wanting to have sex with you. Intercourse, yes. So if you go back to the very beginning of that clip, right after Leviathan's shell, you're going to want to reply to her telling her she's brave. That's the first part. And these next 4 clips, I believe, 4 clips are all going to be certain sections in the game where you talk to her, and I'm going to show you the exact responses you'll need. So this is right when you crash on the island. You're going to want to say, "I'm sorry for your loss." Then you're going to want to say, "It's just you and me now." So that takes care of those 3. And then after you get through the flooded cavern, as soon as you crash on the island, you'll run into Cape Solace. I'm actually going to show you the whole part here. This is me exiting the flooded cavern. It's like the very first thing you do when you're on the island. You have to do all this stuff so you won't miss it. You're going to talk to Bradigan. You're going to go into town. There's an unskippable cutscene. You're going to have to talk to whatever the head dude of the town. And then you'll have to talk to Bradigan again. And that's when you will respond with, "I bring them back." And it's right before the quest "What Remains." So just to give you a little point in case you get lost or whatever, you stop playing, then you come back, whatever it may be. The quest is called "What Remains." So yeah, you're gonna introduce yourself to this guy, Alder. Then you go back, talk to her, tell her that you'll find them. Yeah, I didn't know that this sword was tied to the achievement, because I, believe it or not, used all of these responses the first time I played through. So that's why I got Harpy the first time, and this is definitely why you may not have received Harpy the first time. Herpes. Sounds like I'm saying herpes. You didn't receive herpes the first time because you didn't have sex with Bradigan. I mean, that's basically what it is. But anyways, yeah, say that to her. Alright, and then this is after you finish the quest of "What Remains." After you find the guy and return to her, you're going to want to respond with, "I've got to find dead Kel." And then the next one's going to be Dark Harbor, where you need to steal the boat. And then right before you get into, I forget the name of the place. The place right after you beat the Baronet. Akator, whatever it is. You're definitely going to want to bring her as your companion. Because I did a little test. I didn't use her as my companion with all of these dialogue options used, and I didn't get the sword. So you're going to want 100% going to want to use her as your companion going into the final quest, or the quest before the final quest after you beat the Baronet. But that's getting a little bit ahead of myself. After you complete Dark Harbor, then you pull into port, and Bradigan's right there, their ugly ass face, wanting to talk to you. Just respond. I've got to find. Oh no, thanks for the loyalty. I've got to find dead Kill was the one before that. Respond, "Thanks for the loyalty." Yeah. And the last part, I think I'm showing you coming up here in a second. Yep. Alright, so after you kill the Baronet, gonna want to run over to Quay. It's an awful name. And he asks you who you want to bring into the dungeon with you, and you're gonna want to do Bradigan. That will ensure that you get the sword. And then this last clip I got here is just showing you the quest line all over again. The offering, that you have to beat the whole quest line with all of these dialogue options. It's actually the exiles is when you escape the dungeon, but don't worry about that. The quest line is the offering. And after you beat the exiles, go talk to Bradigan, and if you used all those dialogue options and you used her as a companion, she will give you the Harpy. She will be at the boat. If you don't know, she'll be in Cape Solace, waiting at the boat. And the quest doesn't tell you that there's a sword waiting here or anything. You just gotta know to go there. And there's me receiving the Harpy. So just proof that it isn't random. I'm sure a bunch of you guys have found it already. And you probably already knew that it was tied to the achievement and all that crap, but I just found this out recently, so I figured I'd let you guys know. You guys have been asking about it. You've been asking about the Leviathan shell. You've also been asking about the Whirlwind breastplate. That is random. I went back to the location I found it, and it wasn't there, so that tells me that's a random drop. So just keep fighting and looting. That's the best advice I can give you. And the Harpy is actually a pretty damn good sword. It's right up there with Scourgebane. It doesn't do as much damage, but the stats are pretty similar. The physical damage and piercing damage are pretty similar. It's got ice damage. Scourgebane doesn't. Scourgebane has freezing damage over time. The Harpy just has ice damage. But yeah, it looks like that sword is awesome. But anyways, I'm looking to finish some sorcery sets so I can show you guys what I think the best random armors are. Whether that be for endgame stuff, based on looks, based on stats, based on the beginning of the game. I'm going to try to do all that. Just the mage armor has been a pain in the ass to complete. Doing that armor workaround is very, very boring. I have to take it piecemeal or else I'll go insane. But anyways, I hope this video helps you guys that have been looking for the Harpy. I hope you're not too frustrated. Hope you're enjoying Kingdoms of Amalur, and I will talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.